السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. So I hope everybody doing well. And as we know, there's our curriculum is to study about the stories that Allah mentioned in Surah Al-Kahfi. So the first story of Ashabul Kahfi, right? And Ashabul Kahfi is the Fitna to Deen. The title is the trial of religion. It means being Muslim is not easy. There's always tests, and we learn from Ashabul Kahfi a lot. But two things that's very important. We learn that they were able to stay firm with their belief, even they have to hide and slept for more than 309 years in the cave, right? And we thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that we don't need that. SubhanAllah. You live in the time that you free, right? You can pray, you can fast, whatever you want. So you have to be grateful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And the second lesson we learn is about the legacy. Remember the Ashabul Kahfi, before they sleep, they wrote down their story. So subhanAllah, until now, we still get benefit from their story. Many books, was written about their story. So we have to be the same. If when I live this world, I have to leave something legacy. What people can talk about me. What my contribution for my parents, for my community. And then last week, second story we learned about the owner of two gardens, right? And we learned from this story, number one, that when Allah bless you with a blessing, don't be arrogant like that man, and always be grateful. Always that what you have not because you are smart, no, it's because of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Right? So therefore in that ayah said, when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, I wish when he entered his garden, he said, MashaAllah, Allah said MashaAllah. That means I'm smart, I passed the test, I graduated because of the will of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So today is very interesting story. Is what lesson do we learn from story of Musa and Khidr, right? I believe that all of you know the story. Right? The story starts by when Musa had a class with his people, and one of them stood up and asked a question. He said, who the most knowledgeable one among us? Musa said, me. And he was too, no one know but Torah more than Musa. But Allah didn't like that answer. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wanted Musa to say, Wallahu alam. It's very important for us to say the word Allahu alam. Allah knows best. Right? So therefore Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala now want to teach Musa to learn knowledge from someone that lower than him in status. Right? And his name was Khidr. Khidr is not a real name. It's like calling name. He's viral with that name because Khidr means green. Whatever he go, he become green. People love Khidr. For example, he went to the village, there was no tree, nothing. And after he there, he make dua and everything become green. Everybody want to host him because he get the blessing. Everybody get blessing after Khidr visit somebody's house. Everybody want to ride their camel, for example, because the camel become strong and all this. Right? So some, in the Quran said, uh, like Isa alayhi salam, Mubarakan aina makuntu. Allah bless me whatever I'm. So there's some people sometimes give the blessing. Yeah. So then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala asked Khidr to meet, asked Musa alayhi salam to meet Khidr. And Musa he could, Ya Allah, where is Khidr? I am Ulil Azmi. I am one of the 5 high rank of prophet. Can you just bring Khidr in here? So, no. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala want to teach us a lesson. When you want to learn knowledge, you have to make an effort. You have to travel. Yeah. So as you know that Musa traveling with his friend, his servant, his name Yusha, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala asked him to bring a salty fish. When they're traveling and then they get tired close to the seashore and they slept. And that sea is Majmul Bahrain, meeting between two water, salty water and fresh water, right? So what happened when they slept? The water come to their bucket when there is fish, salty fish, and that water give life back to the fish, and the fish just left the bucket and moved toward the ocean. Yusha was woke up and he saw that. What? But he don't want to wake up Musa alayhi salam because he was sleeping. So then when Musa woke up, he forgot to tell him about what happened. Right? So they travel, and then they got hungry. He said, Atina ghada'ana. Hey, Yusha, I'm hungry. Where's the food? Oh, I forgot. No food. The fish came back alive, and Musa said, that's what I want. That's what we want. Allah want to tell us that where we have to meet that man. So they returned to that place, and when returned, expecting change, he saw a man wearing the green cloth, right, was making sujud, and Musa was waiting, and when he finished his salat, and Musa said, Assalamu alaikum, salam. I said, and the Khidr just said, Anta Musa? He said, yes, how do you know? Yeah. Then Musa said, Allah sent me to come to you to learn, subhanAllah. Musa is Rasul and Nabi. He did only Nabi. He did no book, right? But no, Musa had to be humble to learn from Khidr, right? So Khidr said, Musa, your knowledge and my knowledge is different. Your knowledge is called Sharia knowledge by learn. No, open knowledge. But my knowledge is full of wisdom, and sometimes you don't understand. So therefore, if you really want to learn from me, you have to keep silent, right? Whatever happen, whatever I do, just keep silent. And Musa agreed, right? So during the journey, Musa and Khidr came across different situations, right? And Khidr performing certain action, we did not seem sensible to Musa. For Musa, it's not make sense, right? Remember that? And they was walking together. And then they ride the boat, right? And destroy the boat. Destroy mean, he go inside and make a hole, right? So of course, if you want to, if you are traveling, you don't have any vehicle, and somebody offer you, for free, and you ride the car and you sit behind, with your friend, and your friend tried to make a hole in his car. You keep silent? Of course not, right? He was said, "What are you doing, man? They give you free." So that's what Musa said. What are you doing? Right? This boat belonged to miskin, a poor man. That's his income, his livelihood. Right? Then Khidr remind him, didn't I tell you? Don't ask nothing. Okay, I forgot. Please forgive me. You know. Yeah. So then they continue traveling, and then when they leave the boat, they went to the city, and it was boys playing, and Khidr just jumped in the middle of the crowded of the boy. He took like a handsome boy, smart boy, and he just twisted his head. Clack! Died. Of course, this is worse than first one. And Musa, he couldn't control. What? You kill innocent boy? He just said, I told you, man, you won't be patient. Okay. Okay, I promise. If I ask you again, there will be the end. Alas. Right? So then they're traveling, come at night, you know, then they enter the city. On that time, most of the city, they have guest house, but they couldn't find a guest house in this city. And they found out this city is all is miser. So they looked different doors, and nobody opened the door. Even some of them, they kicked him out, leave. And then they tried, of course, they need to take rest, and they found an old house, almost fall down. So they went inside. And then Khidr stood up, and he tried to remodel, try to what you call to give it support and build up straight. So there's a wall almost fall down. Of course, Musa hungry, tired. Hey man, this is evil people. Why you did that? At least ask them to pay you. And Khidr said, this is the end. Yeah. So that the summary of the story between Musa and Khidr that Allah quoted in the Quran. But for us, what we can learn from the story of Musa and Khidr. Yeah. So the first lesson, what we can learn, right? Fadil, can you read Fadil? Fadil, are you there?
Yes.
Yeah, please read.
Traveling in search of knowledge. A student must keep in mind the greatness of his undertaking. As the saying goes, no pain, no gain. The journey to seek knowledge and reach great heights will not be free of struggle and fatigue. Prophet Musa alayhi salam undertook the tiresome journey with his companion Yusha bin Nun with the sole intention of seeking the knowledge he needed from Khidr alayhi salam. Musa alayhi salam described this in his own words where he said, shall I read Arabic?
Yeah, yeah.
لقد لقينا من سفرنا هذا نصبا. We have suffered much fatigue in this journey of ours.
Yeah. So therefore, you will not gain knowledge unless you have to travel. Traveling for knowledge is very important, right? All the prophets, they're traveling. Ibrahim, Musa, Isa, alayhi salam, right? And almost you have to believe that there is someone have more knowledge than you. Right? When Musa said, who have more knowledge, he said me. Allah want to prove it, no. Right? And also we learn from the story that the teacher had to be patient. If you are a teacher one day, be patient. Right? Because you find this different kind of student. Like what he did. He didn't get angry, just be kind. Right? But also we learn from that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala did not condemn Musa because Musa said, Inshallah. Right? Saying Inshallah is very important. Can you do that? Inshallah. But remember that Inshallah is not for playing. If you cannot do it, then say Inshallah. Are you coming? If you not intend to come, don't say Inshallah. Yeah. So traveling, as you know that if you read the story of Islamic story, Al Imam Bukhari, how long did he travel to learn knowledge? 20 years. Yeah. His mom said, son, you stay in Makkah and study with all the sheikh in Makkah. When you finish, don't go home. You go to Medina. Study with all sheikh in Medina. When you finish, don't go home. So he went to travel. He went to Baghdad. He went to Basra. He went to many places, 20 years. Alhamdulillah. I was probably with his mother. Was patient with him. On that time, there is no cell phone. You cannot send text. His mother didn't know what's going on with Bukhari. And Imam Shafi, the same. Imam Shafi, his mother gave him money and put in a pocket. And he traveled to Yemen. He was 7 years old. And then on the way, there was a gangster. And I said, what do you have? He said, I have money. I said, what? You didn't know who are we? I don't know. We are gangster. So he said, where's the money? I said, this one. And he opened it. There was like a 10 dinar. That's a lot of money on the time. So the boss came and said, why not hide that money? He said, because my mom said, don't lie. Never lie. And they look one another, man, we are 40 and some 30, and we lie, we do all this evil. So where are you going? He said, in Yemen. Can we join with you? They become students of Imam. It's very important that be honest. Allah will accept you. Yeah. So Hayam, can you read Hayam?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Humbling himself and being comfortable with seeking knowledge from those of a lesser rank or age. The student must not be arrogant about his high level of intelligence, understanding, and brain power. Do I have to read the Arabic?
It's up to you. After you can read, you can pass it.
I won't.
Okay.
That is the grace of Allah, which He bestows on whom He wills. Each man is given only a drop from the vast ocean of knowledge. Even though his knowledge may seem plentiful to him, he need not be proud of it, but instead he must use it as a motivation to dive deeper into the oceans of knowledge throughout his life.
He said when Khidr and Musa was traveling in the boat, they saw a bird came down, and then boat looked like thick sip of water, and then he left. And he said, Musa, our knowledge compared to Allah is like that, like a drop of water in the ocean. Yeah. So number one, we have to be humble, because always somebody that have more knowledge than you. And also, when you want to learn, you have to come. Not you ask the teacher to come. Harun al-Rashid, he's the Khalifa. When he became Khalifa, he said, if you want to know my kingdom, my territory, just look at the cloud. Yes, on that thing, Islam almost reached France. Morocco in the west. Yeah, it's very huge. So he asked Imam Malik to come to his palace to teach him with his family and all this. Imam Malik said, no, if you want to learn, you have to come. So he came. Of course, everybody was preparing a special place. Imam Malik, of course, sit down on the floor, so he sit on a chair. Imam Malik, he start his knowledge not about the subject, about the etiquette of learning. And one of them, he said, you have to be humble. You have to be lower than the teacher. Alhamdulillah, Harun al-Rashid, he is a good man. And then he sit down on the floor with Imam Malik. Yeah, and sometimes when he come late, there's no special place for you. But the first one, you can pay for it. So Harun al-Rashid, Harun Khalifa, yeah, is humble. So because of that, Imam Malik, Imam Abu Hanifa, Imam, all they are humble. They always said, my opinion is correct, right? But maybe also wrong. The other opinion is wrong, but maybe also is correct. Right? Allah loves the one who humble. Yeah. And that's one condition that if you want to get knowledge, always to be humble. Like Musa alayhi salam, you know Musa, Ulul Azmi, and Khidr is only prophets, not famous on the time. Khidr didn't even mention by name in the Quran. But Musa was he said, Al Tabiuka, can I follow you? Can I learn from you? He didn't feel, oh man, how I learn from this man. So never put down anybody. Yeah. Okay. Zainab Khan, is that it?
That's actually me.
Okay. It's you, yeah. Okay. Zaid, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Read Zaid.
3. Striving to avoid laxity.
Okay, good.
As for those who strive hard in our case, we surely guide them into our paths. Whoever searches for certain things and strives with effort will most differently find what he is looking for, and whoever knocks at the door with persistence will make an entrance. Your desired goal will be achieved in proportion to the amount of effort you put in. If you need to learn something, the secret is to keep striving.
Striving, right? Allah promised, وَالَّذِينَ جَاهَدُوا فِينَا. As for those who strive hard in our cause. Allah said, surely I will guide them. Allah SWT said, you just make struggle. Yeah. How long did Rasulullah struggle? 23 years. He never stopped. So therefore, before he died, he looked from his room and masjid was full. He was so happy. Why is he so happy? Alhamdulillah. This is the fruit of my struggling with all challenging that he faced and all his companion. Islam reached India, Indonesia, America because of what? Because of their struggling. If the Sahaba did not struggle, Islam will not reach us. Right? So seeking knowledge also we need that. Be like the ants. The ants, they're always struggling. When they found food, and they cannot carry, they not stop. They call their friend, his friend, and they carry together. Then they build their niche, their houses. That take time sometimes. Yeah. So therefore, striving. In Arabic call it jihad or jihad. Yeah. You want to be doctor, you want to be engineer, you want whatever you want. You need to be struggle. You need to be striving. Yeah. But for Muslim, we're not only striving for this life, also we want to be striving for next life. We want to be happy. Yeah. Yeah. As Hanin there. Hanin?
4. The path
Okay.
seeking knowledge requires patience. We see that the thing Khidr told Musa is that he wouldn't be patient. Many of us who are eager to gain knowledge forget about the basic fundamentals we are supposed to learn first. We jump to learning about the jinn, magic, etc.
So yeah, the same. You want to learn knowledge, you need to be patient, not just jump to learn something that right. Everything had to be started by. I want to know about Quran. Why do you have to do the first thing is the Arabic? Because Quran in Arabic, Hadith in Arabic. Yes, you can read translation, but you will not feel, and you will not really come to best conclusion. The same if somebody wants to study medicine, you have to study English, right? Everything has to be step by step. Yeah, called Arabic called tadarruj. You know how many days Allah created the heaven and the earth? 6 days. He could just said be kun and all the discoveries, the technology that you have, the TV. You know how the first TV was so big, right? All technology, they not come like what you call like Edison. Edison, you know how many times that he, you know, before he discovered the light, they make the experiment, experience. Many experiment that it failed something, you know, and they need patience. You sometimes also when you study, you will find a lot of difficulties. They said, "Nah, mom, dad, it's difficult." No, Muslim, you know, in the Battle of Uhud, they lost the battle. Rasulullah almost died. Did the Muslim give up? No. In the Battle of Khandaq, when the enemy from every angles, up, down, right, left, but Muhammad did not give up. Yeah, all this need what? Patience. You know, Rasulullah SAW said after Khidr explained the reason behind everything. Prophet said, if Musa was patient, he will see hundreds of miracles, right? So therefore, you want to be whatever you want, you need to be patient, sabr. And you know what's the reward of sabr? The Quran said, "Innama yuwaffas sabiruna ajruhum bighayri hisab." Every deed, you know how much will get, right? If you give $1, you get $10. If you pray Jama'ah, you get 27, right? So certain. But if you're patient, when you learn knowledge, how much you get, nobody knows. It's secret. So reward of patience is very high. Yeah. Uh, Sakina, are you there? Sakina Yusuf, would you like to read? Okay. Rizki.
What appeared to be evil had a good consequence. This way the boat was saved by the whole. Initially, when the people saw a fault in the boat, their first reaction was that of amazement and shock. Initially, they saw the evil, but soon they realized that the whole happened for good.
This is very important. Sometimes you see something and you don't like it, right? So when Khidr, you know, make hole in the boat, everybody was shocked. But nobody says something because they respect Khidr. He's a wise man. It's to be something behind. But they keep silent. So what happened on that time, there is a king. The king is going to the battle. So he need a lot of boat. So he asked his soldier to seize any boat, belong to anybody. And this boat is belong to the in Arabic called miskin, a poor man. So if the king took his boat, halas, he cannot support his family, right? So when the soldier came and they tried to take the boat and saw the hole, and they forget it, and they left. Everybody in the boat was happy at the time, but take time something to know the wisdom behind. Need patience, right? So therefore, when you see something, just keep quiet. You know, don't try to make conclusion, right? And also, uh, remember a story about the king whose advisor always say, you know, Alhamdulillah, whatever happened. And one day he's what you call the king was cut the meat, and he cut his thumb. He lost his thumb. Oh, he was screaming. And if I said, Alhamdulillah, Qadar wa Qadar, what? I lost my thumb, he said, Alhamdulillah. And he fired him, put him in jail. He walked to the jail, he said, Alhamdulillah. Right? So after maybe 1 year, the king went with his friend for hunting. And then the king was so enjoyed. Hunting was alone. He went to an area. Where there is people was worshiping the idols, right? And on that day, they was looking for someone, to be killed as sacrifice for the idols. So it is found because some people among them, when they found the king is a good pet, it's good food for the so he tie him, and the way they give sacrifice, make like barbecue, put up like this, and then set up a fire, and like this. But these people have superstition. They cannot give sacrifice unless human being has to be perfect. So when they saw they didn't have time, he said, "Stop! We cannot give this man to our God. He's not perfect. So untie him." No. So now the king know the wisdom behind losing the tongue after 1 year, right? So he's happy, Alhamdulillah. My friend is correct. I supposed to say Alhamdulillah. Then he went to jail. He apologized. He hugged him. And then the king said, "But I remember that when I put in jail, he said Alhamdulillah." Why you say Alhamdulillah, man? You far away from your family. You alone in jail. I said Alhamdulillah. Because if you did not put me in jail, I will be with you. I will become barbecue. Right? So we learn from this story, be patient. Number one, you have to always have good thought about Allah. Good about Allah? No, never pointed to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah, why? Why is me? Never. The second is patient. Because from the story, in the end, hauling the boat looked like it's not good. Right? The same with our situation now. You like to be all at home every day? You don't like it because of the virus. But believe me, number one, always have good thought about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. There's some wisdom behind Allah sending this virus. The second one, just be patient. Inshallah, maybe after 6 months, 1 year, we talk one another. Oh, no, I know what's the reason. Right? But Allah keep a secret. Because Allah needs us to see what is your reaction. Yeah. Okay. Daniel, are you there?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you read?
Things happen and we can't see the good. Khidr explained that his family members were righteous people, and through the boy appeared to be innocent, he was going to grow up and test his family. So there was a good thing coming after it, but they felt the loss of their son in their hearts and failed to understand the reason for his death.
Yeah. So Khidr explained to Musa the reason why he killed this innocent boy, because his parent was a good parent. But because they love so much to this boy, and this will become evil boy. This boy will drag his parent to Jahannam in the end. Right? So Allah SWT protect their parent by killing this boy. And although we replace with another boy, he have after that. Yeah. Therefore, it is very important that when you see something you didn't like it, right? Don't just complain and excuse anyone. And also we learn from the story, Allah protect the parent because they are good parents. So when you protect your body from doing sin, right? Allah will protect you in your future. There's a story about a student with with his teacher. His teacher may be about 80 years old. They were riding the ship, the boats, and they reached the seashore, the port, and they're waiting for people to bring the stair, right? And it was late. And then the teacher, 80 years old, was jumping. The student was like this, Sheikh. And after finishing, the Sheikh, how? He said, the one who protect his body when he was young, Allah protect him when he was old. Allah. So the Sheikh was protected his body, his eyes from committing sin. Allah protect when they are old. Yeah. But okay, I think this the last one. Yeah, the last one. Yeah. Nura, can you read Nura?
Okay. The good of the destiny is for the righteous. If we strive to be righteous and good, then whatever happens in our lives is for good. And that good is not just confined to us, but will benefit those next to us, our offspring and the generations to come. That is the greatness of destiny and Allah's mercy with regards to it. Because their father was a righteous man.
Yeah. So Musa, Khidr explained to Musa the reason that he rebuilds that wall, right? Because under the wall was what? A treasure. Gold money belonged to the orphan. Allah. Can you imagine Allah sent a prophet to protect the treasure of the orphan? What's the reason? وَكَانَ أَبُوهُمَا صَالِحًا, because the parent was the righteous parent. So righteousness not only benefit you, but benefit the the generation after you. Subhanallah. So therefore be righteous. Benefit you in this life, next life. Also benefit you after you die. People will continue. Yeah. So that's 7 lesson we can learn from the story of Musa and Khidr, right? Anybody can tell me what's the lesson that we learned? Anything we just learned. Come on.
Patience.
Patient, very good, very good. Patient. Yeah. Once again.
About Musa and Khidr.
Yeah. What's the lesson you learned? Yeah. What lesson we just learned?
About patience.
Patient. Yeah. That's already Mr. Patient. Another lesson we can learn.
You have to be humble to gain knowledge.
MashaAllah, good. Humble to get knowledge. Once again.
Never doubt.
No pain, no gain.
Can you repeat it again?
No pain, no gain.
Yeah, MashaAllah, good. Yeah. No pain,
To
no
tell
gain.
the truth.
Right, good.
Never
MashaAllah.
doubt anything, even if it looks bad to you.
MashaAllah, yeah. Something maybe your mom made at you. Be patient. Because your mom, your dad, when made at you is for your goodness.
Be
Right?
good to your parents.
Good your parents, good. Yeah. Okay.
When you want to learn something, you have to be patient.
MashaAllah. Good. Yeah.
Be honest.
Inshallah, you learn good today. I will show you something very interesting, inshallah. Can you see now? Can you see presentation?
No.
No?
Nope, can't see anything.
No.
Just a second. Tapi pencet ini kau bisa. I want to show this.
We can see it now.
What is that?
Can you
We
see
can
now?
see it.
Yeah, we can see it now.
Okay,
I
good.
recently came across this image and story.
Okay.
That is weird.
Okay, now I want to watch this and then tell me what do you learn from this? Okay, very important.
That's weird.
Did you hear the voice?
No.
No,
Okay.
I can't hear anything.
I don't hear. I just see picture.
Okay, Jessica.
I see a picture of man getting crushed and blood all over his body and hanging onto a woman.
And then there's a snake.
Yeah.
Then I think the
Okay.
woman's about to get bit by the snake.
Okay.
And then dived in the snake.
I recently came across this image.
Can you hear now?
Yes.
Okay, good. Pay
Yeah.
attention. I will ask you a question.
I recently came across this image and story and had to share it with you. The man in this picture doesn't know that there is a snake underneath. The woman doesn't know that there is a stone crushing the man. The woman thinks, I am going to fall, and I can't climb because the snake is going to bite me. Why can't he use a little more strength and pull me up? The man thinks, I am in so much pain, yet I'm still pulling you as much as I can. Why doesn't she try and climb a little harder? The moral is, you can never see the pressure the other person is under, and the other person can't see the pain you're in. This is life. Whether it's with work, family, feelings, or friends, we should try to understand each other a little more. Try to see the situation from the other person's point of view. Put yourself in their shoes. Learn to think differently. Be more open to other perspectives and opinions. A little kindness and patience goes a long way. Everyone we meet is fighting their own battle, some you will never hear about. You may wish other people would be more understanding and compassionate and helpful to you, so be all those things for other people. Lori Deshen once gave some priceless advice. She said, practice the pause. Pause before assuming. Pause before accusing. And pause whenever you're about to react harshly. You might avoid saying things you'll later regret. Be kind to each other.
Okay, that's very good. What did you learn?
Even if someone else is in pain and you think they aren't, they probably are in one way or another.
MashaAllah, good, Zaid. Another lesson? Anybody?
Try to understand one another.
Yeah, you have to understand. Yeah. What's
Be kind
good?
to each other.
Take a pause before you accuse
MashaAllah, that's good. You know,
or
if you have,
act harshly.
okay. If you have a friend and always smiling at you, so one day he met you, he was frown, right? Are you from him back? Somebody always smiling at you, and suddenly he come to you, and you just like don't want to talk to you, not friendly like you. So what's your reaction?
What happened?
Yeah. What maybe something. Oh man, why he not like it? Me now, he didn't like me anymore. Or what you have to be? What your reaction should be?
Your reaction should be like ask like how the other person is feeling,
That's
because
right.
you shouldn't jump to conclusions even if maybe your conclusion is right.
That's right. Maybe he have problem at home, so right. Always right. Right. Or, for example, you have neighbor. The neighbor have a party, invite everybody for food. But he didn't invite you. What will be your reaction? Huh? Like to find what? Excuses. Oh, maybe he invite me, I forgot. Maybe he tell, my dad, right? So always try to find what? Excuses. Don't say, oh man, I never invite him again. I am his neighbor. Invite people from far away. Yeah, good. So Ramadan is coming. How many days Ramadan coming? Anybody know?
9,
9.
What's day Ramadan will be?
24.
MashaAllah, it's good. Are you ready for
I
fasting?
personally am trying to fast all 30 days.
Very good. Yeah, it is very important you make. Remember that about the striving. Yeah. Inshallah, Allah.
Also, it's going to be a lot easier because we're at home the whole day. So
Yeah, that's a good idea, Zain. So I want to pay attention. I will show you the video about what should be our preparation for this Ramadan. Okay. So at least have for preparation, and I want you to pay attention, inshallah. Uh,
just for the record, I can't hear or see anything.
okay, just a second. Mubashir, can you come? Manura?
Yeah. Can't see.
Di sininya ada, tapi di situ nggak ada, Kak. Coba. Tapi kalau ini, tapi di sini nggak ada. Situ, gitu ya. Kan sini dulu kan. Nah, tapi itu nggak ada di sini. Harus. Iya, nggak ada. Mungkin nggak ada. Tapi itu hilangin dulu ya. Hilangin. Sana ke sini nggak ada.
We can see you now.
You can see now?
I can.
I can't.
Yes. I can.
I can't.
I cannot.
Okay.
At
I
all.
will see some.
Now I can see.
Can you see now?
Yeah, now I can see it.
Yeah.
You can see now?
Wait.
Can you see?
I watched this. I watched this with Mom. I watched this before.
Okay. You watch now. If you watch already, I just pay attention. I will ask the question. Okay.
Wait. Oh. How do I come to this photo? We can't hear it at all.
Yeah, I can't hear anything.
No, not yet.
You see? Oh, see? Assalamualaikum. How you doing?
Good.
Hello. I have a quick question.
Okay.
So as you know, with our situation and that Ramadan is coming soon.
Okay.
How do we make this Ramadan be, one of our best Ramadans ever, especially with the quarantine situation that we have?
Okay. MashaAllah, that's a good question. Yeah. And before I answer your question, I would like to start with the story that happened to one of the Prophet companions, his name Talha. He had a dream. The angel came. The angel started calling people. Then he was amazed, surprised, because there's two Sahaba from Ansar. They became Muslim in the same time. They always do things together. They come to masjid together and so do jihad together. And one of them, they died in the battle as a martyr, as shaheed. Right? And the other died later, But in his dream, the angel called first the one who died not in the battle. And then the shaheed, then him. So when he woke up, he told his companion. All the companion also was surprised, because they know what the position, status of people who died as martyrs. So then they went to Rasulullah SAW. So Rasulullah, you know the story. He was smiling. He said, "Why are you surprised? You know, isn't it the one who died on the bed? He had extra Ramadan, a couple of years. So from here we know the value of Ramadan is so high. Right? Even the Shaheed cannot touch. So, to answer your question, how to make this Ramadan the best Ramadan, we need to have preparation, at least in 4 areas. Number 1, spiritual preparation. That means our spirit, our heart has to be ready. And we can start by repentance to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Repent to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Because remember when Adam alayhi salam, and he wanted to go back to Allah, Allah teach him the word. ربنا ظلمنا أنفسنا, the word of repentance. So make a lot of istighfar this time. At least in the morning, for example, astaghfirullah 100 times. That astaghfirullah, natubu ilayk. And also we have to clean our heart. Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will look into our heart during Ramadan. Right? So our heart to be ready, to be clean from all the disease of the heart. Envy, jealousy, hatred, revenge. Right? And also, I think practically, we have to start now exercise fasting in the month of Joban. Like Aisha said that I never see Rasulullah, he fast almost the entire month except in Joban. Right? That's the first one, spiritual preparation. Second one is intellectual preparation. What does it mean? That means we have to have knowledge about fasting, about Ramadan. Right? Because the pillar of fasting, what thing can make you fast? You know, what's the wisdom of fasting? It is very important because maybe people observe Ramadan, you know, in order to get reward, but you get the opposite because you violated the rule of the rule of fasting, for example. And at the same time also, there's many action in Ramadan that maybe you do it little, but you get big reward, like giving food or drink to the one who break the fasting, right? And the number 3 is physical preparation. You know, our physical have to be in good health. Because remember that in Ramadan, everything, the reward will multiply, right? Yeah. You know, we read Quran, you pray, you give sadaqah, all multiply. But if you are sick, whatever, you cannot do a lot, right? So therefore, from now we have to exercise, eat good, yeah. And the last one is financial preparation. By finance, I mean it's not mean what food can to eat in Ramadan, no. Because in Ramadan is the time that you care about the others. You know, about zakat, about sadaqah, donation. So we have to make preparation. When Ramadan comes, you don't need to make calculation. Because all you know, you put in envelope for somebody, this is zakat, this is sadaqah, and so on and so on. Yeah? So hoping that when we have this 4 preparation, spiritual, intellectual, physical, and financial, right? But now we just speak dua, right? Allahumma balighna Ramadan. Ya Allah, bring us to Ramadan, inshallah, in good health, right? Okay, Assalamu alaikum. I hope it's good, huh? Okay. Okay. 4 preparation. Anybody can mention what's the first one?
Spiritual.
Spiritual. What you do is spiritual. Huh? Anybody? Try to repent to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, right? Make lot istighfar, astaghfirullah, 100 times in the morning, right? What again, spiritual? Anybody can add it? Anybody?
Do more dua than you usually do on a daily basis.
MashaAllah, good. Yeah. Clean your heart, right? So what is the second preparation we need? Second preparation for Ramadan. We have spiritual, or second one? Anyone?
Intellectual separation.
MashaAllah. MashaAllah, good. Sakina. Intellectual. What intellectual mean? You have to have what? Knowledge.
You need to know the ins and outs.
Yeah. Knowledge, because fasting have pillar, right? Two pillar of fasting and condition of fasting, wisdom behind fasting. Very important, so you can enjoy. Very good, Sakina. Number 3.
Physical.
Physical. What you do in physical? Fadil, what you do? You need what? Huh?
Exercise.
Exercise. Do you exercise, Fadil?
Yeah.
Very good. Your parent, everybody, yeah? All your parents need to exercise. The weather's good, yeah? And the last one. The last one what? Financial, right? That's not you, the parent, inshallah. So, make dua, ya. Allahumma balighna Ramadan. May Allah SWT bring us to Ramadan, ya. So, inshallah, see you next Wednesday, same time. And also, don't forget to make dua, because the Sahaba used to make dua like 6 months before to bring us to Ramadan. Because remember that Allah called a man who died on the bed, not the died who died in the battle, because of an extra Ramadan. So inshallah, if you reach Ramadan, you are lucky. Take opportunity, right? Yeah. Don't forget the dua that just sent you before. Try to memorize it, right? Let's repeat after me, inshallah, the dua that we need to read every day. Yeah. Say after me, inshallah. Bismillahilladzi
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim.
la yadurru
La yadurru
asmihi
asmahi
syai'un fil ardi
shay'un al-ardi
wala fis sama
Allah Bismillah.
wa huwa as-sami'ul alim.
wa huwa as-sami'ul alim.
Bismillahilladzi
Bismillahilladzi
la yadurru
la yadurru
ma asmihi
ma'asmihi
syai'un fil ardi
shay'un al-ardi
wala fis sama
wala fis sama
wa huwa as-sami'ul alim.
wa huwa as-sami'ul alim.
Bismillahilladzi
Bismillahilladzi
la yadurru
la yadurru
ma asmihi
Masihni.
syai'un fil ardi
Syai'un fil ardi.
wala fis sama
Wa fis-sama.
wa huwa as-sami'ul alim.
Wa huwa as-sami'ul alim.
If you not memorize, please memorize it. Very important. Rasulullah said, whoever read this in the morning 3 times, evening 3 times, there's no harm. No virus will affect him. This is the guarantee from Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. No, inshallah, read it again, another dua. Allahumma anfa'na
Allahumma anfa'na
bima allamtana
bima 'allamtana
wa qina adzaban nar.
wa qina adzaban nar.
Rabbi gfirli
Rabbi ighfirli
wa liwalidayya
wa liwalidayya
warhamhuma
warhamhuma
kama rabbayani saghira.
kama rabbayani saghira.
Oh Allah,
Ya Allah,
please forgive me,
Please forgive me.
forgive my parents,
Forgive
give
my
my parents
parents.
and have mercy upon them.
And have
and have
mercy
mercy
upon
upon us.
Ameen.
me.
Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamualaikum.